What if I told you that one simple machine didn't just stitch fabric, but rewrote fashion, factories, and family life forever? Before electricity, before automation, this invention quietly changed how the world dressed, worked, and survived. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll discover a surprising truth about the sewing machine that almost no one talks about. Welcome to INVENTION X2, a channel dedicated to the incredible inventions created by the greatest minds in human history. Here, we uncover how simple ideas turned into world-changing innovations. And yes, there's always a surprise waiting for you. Stick around, because somewhere in today's video you'll discover a fun fact that might completely change how you see this invention. Today's episode focuses on the sewing machine and the visionary inventor Isaac Merritt Singer, whose work transformed everyday life forever. If you enjoy learning, please subscribe to INVENTION X2, like this video, share it with others, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Before the invention of the sewing machine, the world relied entirely on hand sewing, a slow, exhausting, and highly skilled process. Every piece of clothing, from simple shirts to heavy coats, was stitched by needle and thread, one seam at a time. For most families, clothing was expensive and limited, often repaired repeatedly because replacing it was simply not affordable. Tailors and seamstresses worked long hours under poor conditions, straining their eyes and hands to meet growing demand. As populations increased and cities expanded during the early industrial age, the need for clothing rose sharply. Armies required uniforms, factories needed workers dressed for labor, and ordinary people needed durable garments for daily life. Yet hand sewing could not keep up with this demand. Mass production of clothing was nearly impossible, keeping fashion exclusive to the wealthy. For the poor, worn and patched clothes were a daily reality. This imbalance highlighted a growing problem of efficiency and accessibility. The world was ready for a breakthrough, one that could transform fabric into clothing faster, cheaper, and on a scale never seen before. The birth of the sewing machine idea came from a simple but powerful frustration. Hand sewing could no longer meet the needs of a changing world. As the Industrial Revolution transformed spinning and weaving, clothing production remained stuck in the past. Inventors began wondering why fabric could be made by machines, but stitching still depended on human hands. Early attempts to mechanize sewing appeared in the late 18th and early 19th centuries. Inventors experimented with wooden frames, hooked needles, and hand-cranked mechanisms. Most of these machines failed, snapping needles, jamming thread, or damaging fabric. The problem was not speed alone, it was control. Creating a stitch that was strong, continuous, and reliable proved incredibly difficult. The breakthrough came when inventors stopped trying to imitate hand sewing and instead engineered a completely new system of stitching. This shift in thinking gave life to the sewing machine concept, an idea born from persistence, failure, and the urgent demand for efficiency. Isaac Merritt Singer played a crucial role in transforming the sewing machine from a clever idea into a practical, world-changing invention. Born in 1811, Singer was not the first to invent a sewing machine, but he was the one who made it reliable, efficient, and commercially successful. Observing the flaws in earlier designs, he introduced key improvements, such as a straight needle, an up and down motion, and a stable working table, that made the machine easier to use and far more durable. Singer also understood business. He introduced installment payment plans, allowing ordinary families and small tailors to afford sewing machines for the first time. His invention revolutionized clothing production, turning sewing from a slow manual craft into a fast, mechanical process. As a result, garments became more affordable, industries expanded, and everyday life changed forever. Singer's impact was not just mechanical. A sewing machine works by creating strong, consistent stitches through a clever combination of simple mechanical movements. At the heart of the machine is the needle, which moves up and down, carrying the top thread through the fabric. As the needle pierces the cloth, it forms a small loop underneath. A second thread, called the bobbin thread, is then passed through this loop by a rotating hook or shuttle. When the needle rises again, the two threads lock together, forming a secure stitch. Meanwhile, feed dogs, small metal teeth beneath the fabric, move the cloth forward at a steady pace, ensuring evenly spaced stitches. The presser foot holds the fabric firmly in place, preventing slipping. All of these parts are powered by a hand wheel, foot pedal, or motor, working in perfect timing. This precise coordination allows the sewing machine to stitch. The first sewing machines were so valuable that owners often locked them in cabinets when not in use. In the 1800s, a sewing machine could cost as much as several months' wages, making it one of the most prized possessions in a household. The sewing machine didn't just change clothing, it quietly helped reshape social roles. By drastically reducing the time needed to make garments, it allowed many women to earn independent income from home. This small mechanical invention played a surprising role in economic independence long before modern workplace equality became a global conversation. And that's the story behind an invention that quietly stitched its way into human history. What began as a simple solution to a growing problem became a machine that changed industries, homes, and everyday life forever.